Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Thevenin. This is presentation number 3 for CIT 370. For this presentation we had 3 options to choose from, and we chose to do option 2, which is research what HIDS technology is available and how they work, especially look at OSIC and explain to the class how OSIC can be used as far as to help protect a company's network, and then also set up a client and server, server and client. Sorry, is that? But first to start out, we do have a presentation going into what is an HIDS, it's a host intrusion detection system. So what exactly is that? So it's actually an anti-threat application software that can help detect if when an intruder is coming in. So I mean, any example of these could be as far as firewalls, antivirus software, spyware detection, because there's more than one way as far as that a person can get into um, your actual server. So this one that we're going to get into detail as far as OSIC actually explains, how it can detect all those at the same time. So it's actually really cool. And then, that are installed in any network computer that has a two-way access to the outside environment, to the internet. So your host or your computer is connected to that internet. HIDS definitely would be something you'd want to use that could help secure your system, not only as far as you sending out information, but in receiving that, because people could be trying to get into your system as well. There are 2 different types that we were looking at into is you also have the NIDS, which is an anti-threat software that is installed on a specific point on a server's interface to protect that part of the network. So that could be like, let's say you're going to a website. If that website is on a server that you're connecting to, if they have any detection system, it's going to be an NIDS, because as far as you getting into that. And then an example as far as a host or user versus the server-based system, such as like the network of websites or a database or anything like that. Now let's actually take a look into what OSIC is. This is what it's actually a free open source host based on intrusion detection of a system. It kind of gives you a whole bunch of different options that it can do for you, such as long analyzing integrity checks. So it's checking to see as far as if there are any other ways that a person can get into your system. Windows register monitoring, checking users or any other accessing that people can get into. Rootkits detection as well. Time-based altering, and also active response. So anything that is, people are trying to get in using any of these techniques, it'll definitely detect that for you. And I think for a company, that's good. You kind of want that on each individual host or each individual computer, so that you can check who is using that computer at that time. If there's more than one user on a host at a time, it definitely would raise suspicion. So let's take a look and actually how this works. And going out into look this up, I just went to OSIC's web page, and it kind of gives you a cool background on it and understanding what it is, and actually watching alternate everything that it does. It is open source, so it is free to download for anybody. And then it kind of gives you just cool other information on that, what it does. As far as in downloading it, just go to the top and to downloads. I actually downloaded a couple of the documentations as well from the manual. It kind of gives you examples on how to install it, what it can be used for. And there's also configuring as far as getting that set up on your computer. So in here in downloads, actually you can see that it can be used for any Unix or Linux device. And then also for Windows as well. So I just downloaded it on my computer rather than doing it on a VM or anything like that. If I wanted to do it to CentOS OS or Fedora, you can definitely do that as well. So I just went down here, downloaded that to my computer, installed it, and then what actually happens is it brings up this small little, as far as manager. It's kind of cool. That's all you need is just the IP, and then also your authentication key, which is on your PC. There's two ways of getting your IP address. You can actually do it from the command prompt by just typing in ipconfig, and then I just pulled it out from my IPv4 right here, and just type that in right here. So mine would be 192.168.1.3, and then your authentication key. You also get that from there. There is another way as far as getting that IP address. If you want to as well, you can actually just go to your network settings down here at the bottom, or I actually also have it pulled up in my control panel here, and go into your settings as well as far as what you're connected to, and you can pull it up there. Yeah, that's kind of cool as far as in the manager, just starting and stopping it whenever. Tells you the status that it is. You can also view logs, letting you know as far as who's been accessing, if there are any disruptions or anything else that's going on in the system. And it also gives you the config file, which kind of shows you how it is running, which is pretty cool because it is checking as far as all your directories going in and out of the server system. And I think that as far as for a company, this is something that, if they are, they think they could be attacked, or even just a preliminary precaution, this can definitely help out as far as in that system. Other than that, that's going to be our presentation. Thank you for your guys' time, and hope you enjoy.